In 2021, when FC Barcelona was spiraling into chaos, drowning in debt, stripped of its identity, one man quietly prepared a return. Joan Laporta wasn't coming back to save face, not to watch from the stands, but to take control. He was coming back to finish what he had started. Football often celebrates its players, COD, but sometimes the true mastermind of success is found off the pitch, in the boardroom. And before a single vote was cast, he made a statement. A giant banner hung proudly in Madrid. It read, "Looking forward to seeing you again." It wasn't just cheeky, it was a declaration of intent. He was back. Years earlier, Laporta had already transformed Barcelona once. He wasn't a footballer, he wasn't even a sporting director. He was a lawyer, a strategist, and above all, a believer in Catalonia and Barca's unique identity. In 2003, when the club was aimless and in decline, he took over with bold ideas and fearless ambition. He hired Frank Rijkaard. He signed Ronaldinho. He brought joy and freedom back to the Camp Nou, and when that era started to fade, made his boldest decision of all, appointing a young, untested Pep Guardiola. That choice would shape one of the most glorious periods in football history. But after Laporta left in 2010, the cracks began to show. Under new leadership, Barcelona continued to win. Neymar, Suarez, Messi lit up the pitch. Yet, off the field, things were slowly falling apart. Transfers became reckless. The club's identity eroded. And Messi's contract, once a symbol of greatness, became an unsustainable burden. When COVID-19 hit, it exposed everything. The revenue vanished. The debt ballooned. And by 2020, Barcelona was broken, financially and spiritually. President Bartomeu resigned in disgrace. The club was burning. While others debated the future, Laporta moved first. His now famous banner in Madrid wasn't about provocation. It was a reminder. Barcelona needed a leader. The fans remembered. Hey, and on March 7th, 2021, they voted Laporta back into power. The house was on fire, but he was ready to walk straight in. Everyone believed that Laporta's first move would be to secure Messi's future. Messi wanted to stay. The fans wanted him to stay. But the harsh reality of La Liga's salary restrictions left no room for dreams. No matter how many pay cuts or creative deals they explored, it simply wasn't possible. Laporta had to make the most painful choice of his career. Letting Messi go, the world wept. Yet Laporta looked forward, not back. He activated what he called economic levers, selling parts of future club income to save the present. Critics cried foul, but Laporta knew survival demanded sacrifice. He sold a stake in Barça Studios. He gave away part of future television rights. The result? Over 600 million euros in new capital. The bleeding stopped. Barcelona could breathe again and build. But the soul of the club needed more than money. It needed identity. Laporta brought back Xavi, not because of nostalgia, okay, but because Xavi represented the club's core philosophy: passing, pressing, purpose. Under Xavi, a new generation rose. Pedri, Gavi, veterans adapted. The team rediscovered its essence. A tie, 23. They lifted La Liga, not by buying success, but by building it. Still, football waits for no one. In 2024, the magic began to fade. No Copa, no Champions League, no patience. Laporta didn't panic. He evolved. He had trusted Xavi to restore the spirit. Now, he needed someone to sharpen the edge. He brought in Hansi Flick, a German tactician with no Barca background, but the right tools to transform potential into dominance. The results came quickly. Meanwhile, the new Camp Nou neared completion, a billion-euro cathedral for modern football. The Nike deal was sealed, the largest in football history. Laporta wasn't done. He had one last move planned, a marquee signing to define this new era. Erling Haaland, Florian Wirtz, a surprise yet to be revealed. Whoever it is, it will be Laporta's final flourish. Okay. But he doesn't want applause. He wants silence. The kind of silence that comes when something is done so perfectly, no one knows how to react. This wasn't just a comeback. It was a masterclass in leadership. Laporta let go of gods. He sold assets. He faced critics. He gave Barcelona a second life. He is never just a president. He is the man who refuses to let Barcelona die. In the grand narrative of football, where legends are born on the pitch, there's a lesser-told story of another kind of hero. A man whose name isn't etched in golds or trophies, but whose impact is no less significant. Johan Laporta. The term GOAT is often reserved for the Maradonas of the world, those whose skills defined an era. But today, we flip the script. We celebrate the quiet genius who operates in the shadows, whose strategic brilliance shapes the destiny of a club like no other. Isn't the star that scores the goals, but the mastermind behind the team that does. Joan Laporta was born on June 22, 1957, in the vibrant city of Barcelona, Spain, and he is a story in the making.